welcome once again to the Dead with Dave show, a show that talks about all things Halloween or horror related. And today, we're going to start with vlogging on vloggers. The vlogger I want to talk about today is nothing new to vlogging. He has been on YouTube for over a year now and putting out some fantastic vlogs. He goes by the name the Boneyard Creep, and I've been following Boneyard for quite some time now. I first came across his videos back when he made the Toxic Dweller, which is kind of a take on the Cauldron Creep. I was searching YouTube videos trying to find segments for my first episode of Dead with Dave, came across this video and I included it in there. But since that video, he has really been growing, and it's great watching vloggers grow throughout the months and years that they vlog, because it really shows them coming to their own and really shows what they're all about. And Boneyard has definitely grown in his video making. He has some really great videos on his YouTube, just to name a couple things that he does. This Toxic Dweller is one of them. Like I already said, he really makes some really cool groundbreakers, not animated groundbreakers, just regular static groundbreakers, but he makes them from scratch. PVC tubing, whole 9 yards with the way he corpses them. Very nice groundbreakers, very realistic looking. He also got into making tombstones, and he has this huge, fantastic tombstone, one of the biggest tombstones I've seen made out of foam, and this is a really awesome tombstone, as you can see here. And he makes a whole bunch of other tombstones. He just put out a tombstone based off somebody else's. I don't really know who he based it from. He made the tombstones with a groundbreaker coming out of it, and I really love that. But what I love even more is just his vlogs in general. Over the past couple weeks, Boneyard has really put a lot more production into his videos, and he's really put a lot of forethought into making them. Now, I got in touch with Boneyard Creep through email, and I asked him if he could do a video just for the Dead with Dave show, kind of showing off what his channel is all about. I told him limit it between 30 seconds and a minute, and just do what you feels best. You know, just take it away from there. Just send me a video. Don't post anywhere else. Just send it to me, and I'll put it here on the show, just to show what his channel is about. And this is what he sent me. I love this. Some people might think this is corny. I love this. I think this is a lot of fun, and it really does show what his channel is about and what he's doing over there. So here, take a look at the video that he sent me, and definitely go subscribe over to the Boneyard Creep. It's worth it. You're going to love it over there. But check this out first.
Oh, shit! Alright, hey, this might be the last time that I get to say, check out my channel. I'm the Boneyard Creep. I'm doing a weekly vlog. I try to put out every Monday. And I'm trying to do interview with a haunter every other week. Please check me out. Boneyard Creep rules! Dead with Dave rules! No! Keep killing me!
I thought that was great. I thought it was a lot of fun. It really does. It shows what he's doing over there, and it's an awesome video. And really, he's having a good time. That's what we're doing this for. It's all having a good time. I love the extra effort he puts into it. Before I do go, I do want to mention one thing. He's kind of, I think, bipolar or split personality. There's kind of two Steves. There's the Steve you see in the videos, and then there's got his little evil Steve sidekick. And take a little look at what evil Steve's about.
Told me they'd help me bring all my stuff out to the mall. We've got a couple of trucks and some guys. They'll come to your house and pick it all up for you. They didn't tell me that the same guys had bust all my shit as they were doing it. Man, that pissed me off. Sorry, Steve. I know it's the day before Halloween, but Macy's is pissed because your little house is blocking their Brad Pitt cologne display. Bunch of bullshit.
And if you want to see more of Evil Steve and the regular Steve, go to Boneyard Creep channel. Click on the subscribe button. You won't regret it. Hopefully one day, me and the Boneyard and Evil Steve can get a drink together and have some laughs. Until then, Boneyard, like you say, you're definitely killing it. These are the top 5 reasons why I did not finish my haunt this year. I can't blame Hurricane Sandy for everything, even though it did screw me up a lot. That was not the main reason why my haunt wasn't the best that it could be. Number 5, I put away broken props the year before, and that severely set me back. You should never store or put away a prop that's broken or that you know that's broken. Fix it before you put it away, because next year you're never going to remember what's wrong with it until it's all set up and ready to go. I had a couple props that were broken, did not work, and I just put them away saying, you know, I have time, next year I'll finish it when I set it all up. And it was a huge mistake in which I will never do again. All my props this year were put away in 100% working order, and I suggest you do the same. Number 4, I didn't tweak in the new props I built. All I did was get them together, do a quick test, put them away until it was time to build. And that screwed me, most notably with my scissor hinge prop. I built that in the summertime of last year, and I didn't finish it. I did a quick test with it, with just shooting the air gun into the piston to see if it extends, and that was it. I figured it was going to work fine and be done with it. I never attached the prop to it, the actual prop that goes on the edge. I never actually hooked it up to a controller. I never set it at the proper angle in which it was going to shoot out, and it didn't work right. It took me an extra 4 days to get that thing to actually move the way it did. I was very happy with it in the end, but taking an extra 4 days out of your build time just for one prop was stupid. If you build a prop, make sure you finish it completely. Then it's ready to go into your haunt. Number 3, I didn't have a spare smoke machine on hand. We all have had problems with smoke machines. If you haven't had a problem with a smoke machine yet, that means you haven't been haunting long enough. My witch prop had a malfunctioning smoke machine the day of the haunt. The smoke machine worked fine the week before when I had it all set up, but the day of the haunt it decided to clog, and I could not unclog it. And I couldn't spend any more time trying to fix it, and I wasn't able to get out to get a spare smoke machine. If I had another smoke machine on hand, all I had to do, change it out, put the new one in its place, and it would have worked fine. I lost a huge effect on that witch just because I didn't have a $60 smoke machine on hand. And now, if you go after Halloween, you get them for $30. I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't have a couple of these things laying around. Number 2, I started my setup way too early. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, if you set up early, you should have more time. But not when you're a procrastinator like I am. I started on September 1st last year, giving me a full 2 months to set up. Normally, I start on October 1st. I gave myself a full extra month to give me the proper amount of time to set up my haunt. But me being a procrastinator that I am, I just kept putting shit off. Every day, I would do a little work here and say, you know what, I can finish that tomorrow. I'm way ahead of where I was last year. And every day I kept doing that. And before I knew it, I was behind. Severely behind. And if I would have started at my normal time, I could have blown through that build and had it done and set up fully in the time I needed. And the number 1 reason why I did not complete my haunt this year, I started projects when I was already in the middle of building the haunt. And I knew I was already behind. Halfway in, about October 1st, I decided I was going to start building some new tombstones for my cemetery scene, knowing that I didn't have enough to begin with. So me and the crazy cart lady got together and we started hacking out some new tombstones. Built 6 of them in total. I never finished them. Plus, the time it took for me to do those was taken away from building the actual haunt. So, all that work went for nothing, and it pushed out the haunt even more. So if you're already behind on your build, don't start a new project. Push that off to the next year when you're fresh and ready to go. You don't have to rush it that way. And just get to your build. Make the haunt you have now as best as it can be. So for those of us that did not complete their haunt last year, I hope this list has helped and maybe reinforce some thoughts for next year's haunt so that your haunt can be a 100% of what you have in your mind. So for comment question of this video, what made you not complete your haunt last year? Let me hear it. Leave in the comments down below. I would love to hear the stories. I want to talk to you real quick about these 2 new Halloween shows out there in YouTube land. I'm sure you probably already heard about them already. A lot of people are talking about them and the shows that they're doing. But I do know you come to the Dead with Dave show for all of your Halloween info. So I must talk about it here and now because I give you the cold, hard facts. Okay, maybe I don't. I don't really have any cold, hard facts. But I do want to talk to you about these shows because they are really cool. If you want to start in the beginning, Shadow of Palms back in the day came up with this great idea on his website to bring haunters together and do kind of a Skype type situation where they're talking and all haunters can get together and just talk. And man, that became very popular, and a lot of haunters got together and became very good friends over Shadow of Palms. Well, this guy Chris over at Haunters Talk Mayhem kind of stepped it up a notch, and he's doing it live on YouTube, so anybody can go, you know, sign underneath their name and chat with them, ask questions to the haunters. And the people that are on the actual show itself are invitation only. So they're actually invited in, and it's all controlled. It's all, the questions are there to keep people under control. Keep kind of the non-Halloween stuff talk from happening, even though it does get in there. And it is funny. It's a great time over there. They also... he pans across, and you can see different people's faces as they talk, as he's individually interviewing them about their haunts, what they're planning on doing with Halloween, how much beer they drink, that kind of stuff. The stuff you really need to know. It is really cool, and definitely check them out over at Haunters Talk Mayhem. It's a brand new channel. Only been up for about 2 months now. Guy running, his name is Chris. Now, the other guy running his own show is Deblo85. Now, I've talked about Deblo85 a lot on my channel. I love his haunt. I love his props. I love everything he does over there. And he was working with Haunters Talk Mayhem just a little bit, helping him out. And then he just went off on his own and did his own show. And Haunters Talk Mayhem show is on Tuesdays. Deblo85 show is on Wednesday nights. And what I really like about Deblo show, even though they're kind of basically the exact same thing, Deblo really has a way of getting some really heavy hitters in the haunt world that we have here. He gets some big names on his show, and you know, has no problem asking the good questions, keeps it lighthearted, and it's really fun. I mean, you can't have too many Halloween shows. I mean, I do my own Halloween show here, and there's a lot of other people out there doing it, and the more the merrier. I mean, what else are we doing in this off-season time? But I did get the chance to talk to Deblo85 on the phone, asking about his show and stuff like that, and he is really amped up. He really wants to get this going good. He's excited to talk to other haunters and keep this moving forward. I got to talk to Haunters Talk Mayhem Chris over there through email, and he is super excited about his show, and he can't wait to keep making them week after week. So you got these 2 guys, great haunters, great channels, and they got these really cool 1-hour-long live broadcasts on YouTube. You can't beat it. Definitely go check them out. Haunters Talk Mayhem, links down below. Deblo85, links down below. You don't want to miss it. And like I said, it's almost like it's automatically DVR'd, because if you miss the live one, it doesn't matter. It's going to be up on the channel the next day, or even a couple hours later. It'll be there for you to watch at your own leisure, your own pace. Just, of course, you just can't, you know, ask questions live, but you can still comment in the comment section. So, all around, great time, and just a great thing to do. Well, that's it for this episode of Dead with Dave. I hope you've all enjoyed. The next episode is going to be a special one. I've been working on a compressed air special. Everything from air compressors, different sizes, different shapes. Bigger is always better. Airlines, which ones kink, which ones don't. Air fittings, which ones just plain suck and which ones work. Regulators, moisture removers, maintenance on all of that stuff. And we're going to cram it onto a 15 or 20 minute show just to get everybody on the right track about talking about compressed air. If you have any questions on compressed air, leave them in the comments down below now, and I will answer them on the next episode. Until then, thank you for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you click the subscribe button down there. Or up there. Or up, wherever the freak that goddamn button is. Click it. You don't want to miss anything. You know, you'll be left out and then they're all going to make fun of you. So, that's it. Thank you guys. This has been Dead with Dave. Good night.